we've got team coverage this morning in our Super Doppler 10 Weather Center. We are fast approaching high tide, one of 2 today, so really getting to some high levels out there.
That's right. A high tide is right around the 8 a.m. time frame for Sewells Point. But again, we're looking at a range anywhere from, let's say, 7 a.m. to about 10 a.m. So be on guard for rising water. Nonetheless, you're looking at the town center view right now around Virginia Beach, and you see the cloudy skies. We have some very windy conditions out there, and we also have some light rain that's falling. Definitely a gloomy start to your weekend. One of those weekends where you try to stay inside and make the best of it, because again, heading out is not all that great. Again, we're going to continue to deal with rounds of rain. We have high pressure to our north, a low sitting right off the Gulf along the stationary frontal boundary there, should I say, right off the coastline in the Atlantic. And we have this northeasterly flow, which is ushering in a very stiff scene, and it is continuing to just allow that tide to rise. So again, we're looking at our Super Doppler 10 right now, and as you see, we're dealing with some scattered showers out there. We have some heavier rain right around the outer banks, but it's a little bit more sporadic as you make your way towards south side. Again, Chesapeake, you're going to eventually dry out there. You're right at the fringe there, but we definitely have quite a bit of rain around the metro area. And then as you make your way towards the peninsula here, we're looking at relatively light conditions, at best just drizzle. But again, we're going to continue to see rounds of light rain as we work our way over the next several hours, and possibly some more moderate rain moving in as we work our way into the afternoon. So here's a look at future track. We'll start it at 1 o'clock, and we're going to continue with the cloud cover. So again, don't expect to see much of the sunshine today, but do expect the potential for on-again-off-again showers, so carry the umbrella if you do have to head out. If you have any afternoon errands to run around 3 o'clock, again, expect some slick roadways. You're going to have pockets of rain. Thankfully, we're not expecting anything like tornadoes, but again, the main risk with this would just be the potential for the tidal threat, especially around high tide. We have one coming up soon, and we also have another one this evening, and we're expecting more on Sunday. Jeremy Willie will have more on that. As far as this evening, we're looking at the potential for, again, more on-again-off-again showers. For your Sunday, we are going to have a chance for rain, better chance in the morning, not as great of a chance through the afternoon, but again, we're looking at a cloudier scene, so unfortunately, it's just not going to be one of those perfect outdoor type of weekends. Now, thankfully, conditions will begin to improve as we head into early next week, so heading back to school and work, I think you'll be okay. Jeremy?
All right, thanks, Deidre. So let's talk about these tides. This is going to be a problem for us. Here's Sewells Point, represents the lower Chesapeake Bay quite well. 5.3 feet. That's going on for this morning. That's almost to moderate levels. We're going to be going out of that, and then this evening, that's the high tide where we're going to have some problems. That's going to be up to moderate tidal flooding, 5.9 feet. Moderate tidal flooding starts at 5.5, and then it goes down into Sunday. Now, compared to Sandy, it should be less. However, we're getting some indications up here around Yorktown and around the Middle Peninsula area that it's going to be some almost major tidal flooding. Look, there's a fine line in here. Moderate is 5 feet. Major is 5.5. We're going for 5.4. And this is, again, for Yorktown up through Mobjack Bay and possibly up to the York River. And then, well, the water levels drop into Sunday. Here's Duck in North Carolina. Levels, this is Sunday evening, getting up to about 6 feet. That's at 6:40 p.m. and then going down on Sunday. So you got some moderate tidal flooding there. Let me show you the map for everybody. And the moderate tidal flooding is going to impact many folks. We're going to see this for the eastern shore, Wachapreague, Kip to Peak, moderate tidal flooding levels. That's about 2.5 to 3.5 feet. Possible major in here. Again, this is about the York River on down into Mobjack Bay in Yorktown, and then the peninsula, moderate levels. That goes for Hampton, down to Portsmouth, Norfolk, Sewells Point, Virginia Beach, and also down to the ocean side of the Outer Banks, but the sound side, probably more in the way of minor. And there's the next high tide, about 7 to 9 p.m. for this evening. All right, so let's take a look at the forecast for these winds. The winds out of the northeast right now, 10 to 20 miles an hour. The gusts going to be up to 35 miles an hour for the Outer Banks. Watch out for that overwash during high tide. Gusts to 35 miles an hour on the south side, and then gusts to 30 for the peninsula. Now, the south side inland, gusts only to 25. Gusts to 30 on the eastern shore, and all that out of the northeast. Temperatures right now, upper 60s to low 70s. Not much change in the temps today, low to mid 70s for highs, windy conditions, and then the rain tapers off tomorrow, 76. The tide should finally go down a little bit, and then Monday, all of it clears out, maybe just a stray shower. We're going to have updates throughout the day.
Yeah, and you might have noticed we've got 2 meteorologists in this morning. We've got a reporter out in the field, and that's really going to stay consistent all day long. We'll have crews out all over the place. We are all on call this weekend. We're going to have Don and Ashley in early today doing cut-ins as needed if things get really difficult out there.
That's right. We'll be tracking it, and we're going to put a weather blog out a little bit later this morning with a lot of details. You can go there and kind of take your time to pick out, and we'll kind of focus on a lot of areas too.
Right. A great time to download the weather app if you haven't done that already as well. So you can find everything you need. If we're not on the air, we're always online, so just head to wavy.com.
That's right.